can you share your name, your preferred pronouns, and your ethnicity?
Okay, so my name is Laicia King. My preferred pronouns are she, her, hers, and I am Hmong American.
First question is, in your experience, how are mental health issues affecting young people, and how does youth mental health affect communities?
Okay, so that's a pretty long question, but thinking about it, like, mental health affects youth. I feel like mental health is a very like big but like small topic. Like it is known, but it's not like point out as in like, oh, I know that I'm having this, or I know that, oh, you're having this. Like we know it, but we don't say it. And so it's like kept quiet within the community, which makes it hard, to like be helped with, and also like not just like helpless, but like I don't like get supported with, like in a way, like just yeah, I guess in general help. And so it's hard for youth, not just youth, I say like also just kids also, which is the most important because it does start at a young age, unexpectedly, um and it builds up within the years. And I think that it's a very like um how do I say it? Mental health towards the young people, the youth, are mostly ignored, which is very sad because, like we're young and it seems like we're not very smart in our own with our own like knowledge and our own opinion, like, ignored by it, and it's very sad
Mm-hmm.
and hurtful. But other than that, I think that the youth, this generation youth, are very like strong minded and helpful with each other because of how the community don't really hold them well together. And yeah, that'll be it.
I like it. Yes, I agree that um, a lot of young people in the community, like around mental health issues, get neglected a lot. And it sucks because then, like, but, and also, I feel like there's a lot more like suicidal death, like around young people, and not really like adults or like, later than that. So the next question with that is, what mental health resources do you have in your school or community? And what resources don't you have that you would like to see?
So the resource that I know of at my school is the counseling office.
Mhm.
And or just I guess I feel like that's basically it. Or the internet, which is where you get like knowledge of how to prevent it, or you get like more knowledge, or you get more details about a certain mental health issue. But other
Mhm.
than that, that's the only resource that I know. And I hope that there's more like, I guess you could say, big but small figures around the community, like who will stand out and be open minded and like be the figure of like, oh, I'm here for you. It
Mhm.
could be anybody, but like for hopefully like a group of people that's willing to take in response, or take in anybody who needs help, I guess, in a way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like it. I also feel like it sucks that um there, like sometimes there are some low income families who can't really afford like a therapist, um,
Hmm.
because because you need like a certain mental health. I mean, like a certain insurance or Medicare, and like sometimes therapists don't accept like a certain type of Medicare, and that kind of sucks. And I wish that you didn't have to pay to get like a certain counseling. But at least school offers like a free counseling, like a social worker kind of. This next question is kind of long, so I'm gonna put it in the chat, but it's, do you think your religion or culture or some other aspect of your identity or background influences how you think about mental health? If so, how?
It is. Absolutely. I think that that's a very big impact and a very big influence of how you think about mental health, because it's kind of like if you heard of the saying, well, I forgot how the saying goes, but it's basically like um a group of friends who hang out together will
Mhm.
be like each other, or like will stay with each other,
Yes.
like in a way of like I forgot how it goes, but something like that. And I feel like that influenced us on like if like an example, if my community does not think that mental health is important, or like mental health is just like a thing that's crazy for you,
Yeah.
like if you're crazy, then I would think that that would be crazy too, because like I don't want to be the outlier. I don't want to be the one that's different from everybody else. And so I feel like that really influenced on what we think. And it's really hard for us to like break out of that mindset of like, oh, mental health is like it exists, or or something like that.
Yeah.
I feel like it's like culture wise, like genders mostly, they really affect of how you think differently, because not all genders or like all type of sexuality thinks the same. And so it's kind of disappointing to say, but like some genders and some sexualities have disadvantages of thinking a certain way, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I feel like it's so controversial and like especially the Hmong community and um like how older generations don't really think that mental health isn't a big deal, that it's
Mm-hmm.
just like, oh, like you'll get over it, stop being sad, like you have your family, stop being so ungrateful. And it's
Yes.
not just like that, it's more than that. And I wish that like they would be more open-minded and
Mm-hmm.
not say like, oh, you're sick, or something's wrong with you. And I I don't know if you've heard, but there has been like some a suicide that has happened in the Hmong community. Um, and she was part of the LGBTQ community,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just so sad to see that so many like Hmong sisters and brothers are killing themselves because they don't feel um they don't want to like live anymore because of you know things in their life that has
Mm-hmm.
affected them, and not like accept them and turn them down because of how they felt. So it's really sad. All right, I just have one last question. So I'll put it in here too. So it's, what experiences in your life, your work, or your family informed your thinking about mental health?
Mm. Okay, I'm gonna have to think about this one. Inform as in like make me like know about what mental health is, or like
Yeah, um or like what do you know about mental health from like your experiences within your family, life, or
mm.
work?
All right. So I'd say that like as a young kid, I never like really have any information about like, oh, this is what it is to be depressed, or like, oh, this is what it is to have depression, or this is what it is to be bipolar. I never knew any of that mental health issues until like I recently like knew more. Like as I grew up, it's very sad because the more you grow up, the more you know.
Mhm.
And growing up, it's just kind of like, oh, I see that my family is struggling and they're going through something, but I don't know.
Yeah.
But then, as like you research, not just that through wildlife, you're able to figure out like, oh, that's what it is. And and yeah, from youth leadership, the community, I was able to figure out and get informed about like mental health issues and getting deeper into those terms and all that. And not just that, like friends. Um, I've been having some talks with some friends, and it's very like knowing that their friends or they have experienced a family member suiciding or stuff like that. It's very heartbreaking and very like sad, and that's how I got more informed. I got like more information from them from there too, and it's just very like disappointing and heartbreaking because like ending a life is that, and not just that. It's like depression is not easy. Having anxiety is not easy.
Yeah.
Being bipolar is like not chosen to, but like you just have it somehow.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree. Yeah, I just I feel like we could do better, you know. Um, but yeah, I that's pretty much it from this mental health discussion. Um, that's pretty
Okay.
much it.
All
Okay.
right.